Now I know nothing will be as epic as those animals, but I found yet another subject in this incredible meadow. So here, right in front of me, we have this bird watching tower. And right next to it, I have that beautiful setting sun. So if I frame this up, you'll see that using my 1x, my wide angle view, I can see both in the frame, but I don't really like the shot, to be honest with you. I think it's a bit too distracting, and the sun is still kind of overexposed. So I'm gonna switch to my 2x, my telephoto, and now if I carefully reframe this, I think this makes for a really powerful composition. So before anything changes, I'll take a shot. Now look at that road that's extending from the foreground at the bottom left of my frame all the way towards the tower. That's called a leading line, and it really helps here draw the viewer's attention towards my main subject, which is that tower. And the tower itself looks kind of incredible in this beautiful evening light. And while I'm here, the light isn't going to get much better, so I'm going to quickly recompose the shot just to make sure I get two different versions. And when you're out there in the field, once you've found your subject, never settle for just one photo. Walk around your subject, run around if you have to, but make sure you get multiple angles and multiple viewpoints or multiple framings of your subject. That way, when you're back home, you'll be able to make a choice and pick the best photo possible. And while I'm here, I think I'm still gonna try to capture both the sun and that tower in the frame. So I'm gonna switch to my 1x. And now that sun is almost ready to set. So I'm gonna frame the shot where I have a bit more of that blue water in the foreground. And I'll go ahead and press the shutter. Now I like this, but I think this photo would look just a tiny bit better if those two subjects, the sun and the tower, were further apart. So to make that happen, I need to take just a couple of steps to my right. So that's what I'm gonna do. And with every step I take to the right, you'll see that that tower and that sun go further and further from each other. When I'm right about here, I think this is the spot where I want to be. So I'll go ahead and press the shutter again. Now we're almost at the tower and we're losing that light by the minute. In just a couple of minutes, that sun will go down. So I don't want to take any more time here. I want to go straight to the tower and see what kind of view I can get there. Okay, we've made it to the tower, and at the end of this incredible day, I realized I haven't actually taken a photo of just the lake. We're so focused on finding those incredible subjects that I don't have a memory of the lake itself. And naturally, at this point, you might be wondering, is it okay to take photos without a subject? What happens if you do that? Well, the short answer is, well, of course it's okay. You're the photographer, you're the artist, and at the end of the day, you're in creative control. If you want to take a photo that doesn't have a subject at all, that is fine, but then whatever is in the frame has to be interesting enough on its own, without that subject, to capture the interest of the viewer. So here, if we look at this incredible lake, you'll see that we have the very last sun rays hitting this grass in the lake. And that's what's special about this lake. It's a very shallow lake, and that's why there's all this grass everywhere. So I want to make sure I get a photo of that before all the light is gone. So I'm going to carefully compose this, and to me this composition is all about that grass. That's what this lake is known for, and that's what I want to include in my frame. Now I will leave just a little bit of sky, but not too much, so that everything in that frame looks interesting. And once I'm happy with that framing, I'll go ahead and press the shutter. Now the image I just took doesn't have a single specific subject. Instead, everything is kind of the subject. And this can work, but it only works well if what you're taking a photo of is really special, really unique, or really interesting. So if you have a strong pattern, or interesting shapes, interesting colors, or something that's really strong on its own, that's when you can take a photo without a subject. But in all other cases, you're better off taking photos where you have a strong, clear subject. And the more interesting that subject is, the more interesting your photos will be.